Hello everyone, how good of you to join. Welcome back to Endzone Prosperity, and yeah, we are day 12 right now. We have a couple of problems at the moment, so the food is the major one here. As you can see, we're down to 87 food. That's not the 87 that we have. We still have some stock and some reserved food as well for emergencies like this. We didn't tackle that yet, so we're still working on the stock food that we have, so the reserve is not yet. Oh yeah, well, now it's being consumed, the reserved one, so that means it's really low. The same goes with the water here. It's low. We don't have any reserve. Those are the major problems. I think also due to fast growth rating, we do have a bit of a problem there, but I think we should be fine now. We do have the gatherer cabin working. We have the hunting lodge. The gatherer cabin is working again since the berry bushes regrow, and also the fishing hut should be working now at some good efficiency levels there. Hopefully. The rainwater collector is filling up with more water. It's a bit contaminated, as we can see here, with the radiated rain that is coming in. We have no radiation on the ground at the moment, so that is pretty good, obviously. And we do have some moisture soil, but the rain itself has a bit of radiation, and that's affecting it, of course. Now, I just say, well, water is fine. As we can see, it's pushing up there again, and food is fine for now, hopefully, too. It should be growing there, and we can focus on some more buildings. Now, the first one that I would like to have is that boosts a bit the confidence levels of my settlement, and that would be the Campfire. So Campfire is a place of meeting for settlers and boosts their confidence. A pretty huge building, so we should be careful of where we want to build this one, this monster. And I would probably like to build it right here in the town center, where we have it, right, where everyone has access to that, quick access, and where they can just sit together and enjoy the day, or, well, their free time, their leisure time. Let's have a road around that one right away. Here we continue with the main road. That will take some time here, this building here, as it's pretty big. And yes, in the middle of the night, while it's raining, they're finishing the campfire. How very good. It boosts the confidence, and people here will now gather and, well, I guess, sing Kumbaya. That's pretty much the only thing that this building here serves. Now, another very important building that we haven't done yet is the school. We have lots of children, right, 17 right now, and without proper education, they're not working as effectively as I would like to have them. So I'm going ahead here and having a big school building right here in the town center as well. This is going to serve for the children. We're probably going to need quite a few of them. I think we have a cap of 10 children for one building. But we'll just find out about that. Another very important building is the cemetery. This one, huge one. The cemetery, of course, as people will die, we need a place for them to rest. Otherwise, they are going to haunt my city. Well, not really, but people still don't like it if we don't have a place for them. So I probably should have that a bit further away. Yeah, somewhere over here at the end of my village, where I'm probably not going to go for quite some time. There we have it. A settlement, a place of rest. And let's have a road going to that then as well. So here the main road goes right to the cemetery then here. We will also need more housing, so I'm going ahead and I'm going to build some 4 more cabins just here, and also a shelter that we could build now, that we should build now, I should say, because of a bit of population control. I'm going to have the shelter a bit further outside here, so towards the cemetery already, that we can work here, and it's needing a lot of stuff, especially also cloth. We don't have that much of it, but it should still be fine. So people living in there will not reproduce so quickly, and it's right here next to the cabin then as well, right? So there's this whole settlement coming to life. Lots of building projects. This is going to take a while. It's also going to consume some tools there again. Food is still not totally stable. Come on. It's impossible. We have 3 food buildings now, and I think we will need more. We could also start with our fields now and our orchards that will produce some food for us. Yeah, since there's more and more people coming, especially now that everyone's happy. Oh my goodness, this goodly pooping roams the streets at night. And yes, since the food is really not that stabilizing, what I will do now is we could have a second fishing hut. The problem is with every drought, we are totally dependable on we're totally lost with the gatherer and with the fishing hut, right? Because both of them will be not functioning. And one way to battle that a bit is the fields that we could moisturize as well with some, where we do have it, the irrigation plant, right? So we could do that. So food could be produced during droughts as well. I might also have a pasture. This one here keeps animals in check, so we could you know, train them, or we can domesticate them and make some food out of that. Let's have the first fields though. I think this is a proper location here. We have lots of space there. It's a bit further away from the village, right? Because this is all building space, and we should really plan this out a bit careful there where we want to have them. But let's go ahead and have the first kind of like big field then here, and of course more are to come. This one will also need, since I'm going to have lots of food production over there, I'm also planning ahead right now, and I'm going to have my temporary storeroom here. We could have the food station. Yeah, let's have the storeroom just over here, where we're going to have then the road going into this area. And we will have the market at some point, right? Another big building right here, surrounding lots of houses then. This one is providing then food to all the people, and it's getting those resources then from these storerooms that we have now in certain locations of my village. So here's the food production, and here's going to be the industry production then as well. Hey Chief, there are more and more of us settlers lately. If our population figures continue to rise so rapidly, it might lead to supply bottlenecks. You can control the population growth a bit by housing more settlers in shelters, or via the forum by prohibiting the settlers from reproducing in the near future. Right, so I've already did something here. The shelter that we're building right now, yeah, there's lots of people really growing up, so I'm going to assign lots of them to builders right now. The farm, the field is finished here now. We only have, I think, 2 seeds at this point, the zucchini and the bell pepper. And this one here is producing a lot of food. This one is producing little food, but is having fast growth time. So let's choose this one for now, and I'm going to assign some 2 farmers to this field here right away. I'm also going to have, since food is really a major problem, a gatherer cabin in this area too. So, you know, where we can have one here, for example. And I can then just assign it to this whole area there with lots of berries and stuff like that. So we have one gatherer cabin now working for this area, and then one for this area. By the way, out there, lots of ruins and interesting locations that we can scout later on. Right now, I need to tackle this problem with the food, as it's the most imminent one, the most dangerous one. The storeroom is coming along then hopefully as well at some point. And yep, the school has been finished, and here we can also decide now what the education should be, on handling tools, on handling clothing, or just on overall productivity. And let's go for that. And I'm going to have 1 teacher working in the school for now. It's a pretty cool building, by the way. Here, lots of details on these buildings. I love that. And look at how high it is, right? And people can learn there. My children can learn there, and we should be seeing then the first children in class. There they are, and it's full. 10 is the maximum capacity there. So I will probably need a second school rather sooner than later. And the next shelter, or the first shelter I should say, is coming along as well. This is going to house a lot of people. So right now 17 out of 25. It mostly houses then some very old people or some young adults in there, right? So it's kind of like a children shelter that we have there. I could also decide who should live here. Later on I could say only old people, right? So once we have too many old people, because they would block then otherwise cabins where people could grow actually. So young families, they would take the space away there. So I could do this later on. We, by the way, have a really big problem at the moment. There's a drought coming next day, and my food is really low. Water is not the biggest problem. The drought is going to be a major problem though. I'm going to assign, let's have the next 4 on the gatherer hut there right away. So they're now getting some berries there, but they're going to disappear now in the drought, right? The same goes for the fisherman, that is not going to work. And the same goes for the hunting lodge, where animals are not that plentiful in a drought. So these droughts, the more they come, the harder they hit us. In this case here, this is going to be pretty hurtful. And I hope we can survive at least 1 day here now with the food that we have in stock. Also, this gatherer cabin here is now getting the first berries out there. And as we can see, this storeroom here is now piling up with a bit of food there. But that's it, right? No berries anymore, no fishes. Holy cow. It's a good thing that the cemetery was finished just now, and we can have our first mortician working in there. This one is getting the dead people off the streets and getting it here to prevent diseases and stuff like that. And yeah, I think we might be needing that. I think we are facing a big starvation where we will lose a lot of people. I might also assign a second teacher there just in case. And for the farmer, yeah, the fields are not working during a drought there as well, obviously. Nothing food production wise is working. Nothing at the moment. Holy cow, my food is going down pretty hard at this point, and we might be reaching 0. Okay, the day is over. As we can see, we're still having a bit of food, but not a lot. I hope, yep, there it is. The water is coming back. And yeah, the problem is the gatherer cabin. That's taking quite some time for the berries to regrow. We are reaching now zero soon. The fishing hut is working. I might actually have a second fishing hut here as well. They can, if they have a bit of a distance to each other, work perfectly fine. Problem here is that is a very bad river bank overall, where it's not so easy to build something. But there we have it. And I'm going to have another road then going into this way. I don't want to block too much building space though, so I might just go for this one here down then, so we can still build something there. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make the numerous voices happy, so the quest has failed. We are dropping a bit in confidence. Not so bad, because that, well, limits or reduces the amount of new people coming in, and we are being flooded right now with people, so we face overpopulation, the problem with that. Another charcoal burner I can at least assign. We are going to need also scraps. I need another scrap collector. Let's have 2 more scrap collectors. They don't have any more scrap in the surrounding area, so we need to reassign the work space. Let's have 200 over there still, right? So we clean up this area there. This one is now completely scrap free. And then we might need to go a bit further outside to find more scrap over here that we can take. And while that is working on as well, we do need another thing, and that is another workshop, right? So we need to double that production already. Let's have this one face the other one right away, and another tailor shop here in this area too, just next to the other tailor shop. Very important, because since the population is increasing, so is the demand for tools and protective clothing overall. And herb medication is still fine, but of course it could be better. Come on, make me some food here, please. This field is looking fine already, so there is something coming along. And we could say harvest now. Let's press the button and they should harvest this now. I'm also going ahead and having another field then right next to the other one. So right here, we could have a second big field popping up. And this one is going to work then the other crop that we have. We can get more crop later on. For now, that's the only thing that we can get. There it is, another cultivated field. And let's go for the zucchini. We know drought coming anytime soon, so we can take the long-term crop that we need, and I'm going to assign some more farmers to that. In fact, let's have 5 farmers for now. They can work these fields. For the fishers, this fisherman is still waiting, so we still need to wait there a bit. It's insane how the food is just not stabilizing. And gatherer cabin can work again, perfect. So there's the food coming in. And other than that, what should I do in this case here? Scrap is low right now because of that, but that we have the 5 scrap collectors. Water is though fine, at least something is working. And very good. Also, both of these buildings are finished, and we had enough workforce to also, well, assign them to that. And look at that. Well, it's looking rather stable here at the moment. We could have another teacher, another mortician. The cemetery here is now working as well. We have 2 people already. At least we didn't had a big dying there due to the drought. It was in a very bad timing there. Only 2 people died so far, I think because of old age. That's probably the only reason. We have lots in stock though now. That's pretty good. It's a bit confusing here that this only shows 54. But as we can see, we have in stock 360, and reserve we have 300 there as well. So that's that. The next field is starting to work as well. So those people are now getting everything here done. This is a rather creepy location there. Some of them are looking rather creepy too. I don't know if I want to really see them at night. And they are, yeah, in this location where it's open, right? So who knows what might be lurking in those villages and cities and old ruins and whatnot. We'll figure this one out later then only though. Next, we need new buildings. We need a couple of more buildings now since, well, I think food is going to stabilize. Scrap. Is this one already used again? Nope, it's not. I will probably need a second scrapyard as well now because we're consuming quite a lot due to the recyclers. So I'm going to have another scrapyard just over here in this area, close to the recyclers there. That is going to work then on those scraps here. There's lots of that here piling up that we can use them. Perfect. We need more of that anyway. That's one thing. And herbs is still fine. And we're also going to choose here, of course, the activated carbon mass that is consuming some coal there as well. And I would also really build the forum now. The forum, decrees can be imposed that influence the settlers' behavior. In addition, a selection of the settlers' tasks can be viewed and taken on. So we can take quests here. We can also say how people should live. In that case here, we could say, don't schooly poop, or use a condom, please. Something like that. Let's build this one. We can only build it once. And also let's have another road here then, and a bit of space around it then, probably like so. Perfect. Another building. By the way, we do have, of course, some decorations there that we can use to beautify the settlement, but you know, we are working on survival right now. I don't know how much I should work on beautifying. Here close to the forum, let's have some flower beds. They cost me some wood though, but we have plenty of that. Let's have at least those here, and then perhaps a shrub just over there. 2 shrubs to finish this area off. Perfect. And since we still want to grow as well, of course, total standstill would not be good, because people are getting older, and if we don't have enough children, of course, we would be reducing population then over time. So that's another thing that I don't want. Let's build some more cabins here in this corner, so that we still have a bit of space here. Perfect. And here. Right, so this is coming along nicely, this whole area there. I would like to have another dirt road then here. So this is a big avenue more or less in the center, and from that we have then several streets going away from. But I like as it looks. And here we still have some space, and we probably will have the medical facility here then as well. So medicine, iodine tablets, or the luxury items, soap are produced at the medical facility. Very important for sick people. Average health settlers is already going down there a bit, so I would like to have this building now. And yes, let's build this one here in the town center, more or less, where it's reachable by everyone. By the way, that bus rack, we can upgrade this one to a proper town center over time. Right now, let's just keep it that, because we can use those resources in a better way, I think. Really down on scraps at the moment. Let's get us a few more builders there, and we should always check if there's not some people dying. I think we lost 2 people there. At least the gatherer is not full there. Let's assign 2 more to the gatherer. And the next scrapyard is finished as well. We do need it. We are running out of scrap there. This one working in that side, and it's probably going to work then in the southern area of this map, whereas the other scrap collector is more or less working in this corner of the map then with all the scrap. And of course, at some point we are running out of scrap then, but then we have better tax, hopefully, that can help us with that problem. The big building, the next big building is coming along, the hospital, just over here in the town center. Very good medical facility. It produces medicine for us out of herbal huts, and we will need, of course, also for that a herbal hut collector. So this one here, let's have it. Where should we have it? In the industry sector? Probably going to need 2 of them anyway over time. Let's have one down here by the fields and farms and stuff like that, because I think it just fits in. Right next to the storeroom, perhaps. Here, right. And this one is going to collect then some herbs for us. Plenty of them here in this corner there as well, where we have the berries. That's an important building. And also we finished the forum over here. So this one is giving us the possibility of now of having decrees. So we could say banish the elders. Please, all the elders have to go and die out there. We could also make some birth control. This one here would totally destroy or well, totally reduce any kind of new children that are coming out. So we would, of course, have a problem over time, because not enough adults would be coming up. Old people are dying, so we would lose workforce at some point. But it's a good emergency measure if we have an overpopulation again. We could also search for new survivors to get some more people in. Water and food rationing there as well, and banish children. This would be a very drastic decree there. And then some more things are coming up. Very important immunity later on that produces the immunity of people, or boost the immunity of people against diseases. So once that comes up, it's a very important. At least we finished it. Some nice flower beds right next to it. I mean, even the decorations in this game look like something that was just piled together. Of course, that fits the theme perfectly fine. And here the hospital has been finished as well, so this should still need a medic. There we have it. Not enough settlers for now. It's fine. We do need to build still this herbal hut there. Food is actually kind of going up. I don't know. Kind of. It's very hard to say, really. The next drought is coming in again, so we still need to work on that. Fields we have. Food-wise, we do probably could build a pasture now. So this one would have some some animals then in there. But it's taking quite some time before this one becomes productive. But I might still go ahead and have the pasture, to be honest. Yep, in this area we can have it. We should have it probably somewhere over here. Go ahead and have it. And here I'm going to have more fields, of course, over time. So let's go ahead and also have some more roads then that are working out there. That are going all the way out there. And then here right next to the field to have more fields then close by. Getting a bit of structure in here. Lots of new buildings. Let's assign more builders, and scrap and wood we have. This one still needs some metal there as well. We don't have that. And this recycle here is producing some metal for us now. We have the refiner. We do have it. Boy, we do need more of them. I'm going also with 2 more recyclers now, just here. Because we do need some more special resources. We're getting more scrap in now, so we can use that, of course, for us. And water-wise... another well. Let's have 2 more wells. One is out here by the food production. Right, so there's a well that can work for us. And down here we can have another one. Both of them we need as well, since water is going down a bit. Pretty hard to juggle those thingies, those resources there all the time. Medication is now down, but the herbal hut has been finished. Very good. So this one can work in this area. And we're going to assign to the... I think it's that... There we have it. Herbalist. 3 of them. I think that's going to be too much, but we'll just find it out. And then I'm going to assign 1 medic now here as well. The last one that I had. This one is going to work in the medical facility. Takes the herbs that we get and produces medicine out of that for my people. Quite busy down here already. Lots of people. There's a harvest. There's actually 2 harvests coming in right now, so food should be going up nicely. And as we can see, also medication is coming in now, the herbal huts, and the hospital is starting producing medicine here. And this one is boosting then the health of settlers again. So they come in here, up to 50 we would have the capacity in one of these, so quite enough for quite some time. There's a really cool entrance here as well, where they have to go into this building there. Perfect, 7 more settlers. We do need them, really. I don't believe it, but we have enough workplace for all of them. 2 I'm going to assign right away to the refiners. 1 more scrap collector. We have the herder now that should be coming up here, that we still haven't finished. So let's have a few more builders to finish this up more quickly. 2 more wells have been built, so we can assign them right away to the wells to boost our water income there as well, which is not looking so great at the moment there. So water is going down while food is going up again. And this one still takes a bit of time. There is a 3rd well that is coming up now as well. And I'm probably going to head and have another field in this area then as well for my people. Let's just see that they're around equal size. Oh, this one can be quite big. Yeah, that's a huge field coming up here. And we do have, of course, the very important irrigation plant that I'm going to have then here somewhere that is going to affect all those fields then, right? So we need to keep a bit of space then here in the center for all those fields so they can work through droughts as well. And let's actually have this one right now because the next drought is coming soon, and this one will help us then quite a lot. It will consume the water, so there we need to be careful again how much water we would really like to have. Metal, still 2 more. No, it's not coming in so quickly there. We have so many refiners now. Plastic we have quite enough, but we only have one working for the plastic, right? Consume the rest. 2 more settlers are coming. Very good. There's another well now, so we can assign this one. And for the pasture, well, we do need animals first. And I can now say, Hunting Lodge, please also, or please at least for a certain period of time, capture me some animals there as well. It's going to capture them once it finds them, and we can use them then in the pasture to, you know, reproduce them, to make more of them, and then to slaughter them into something. But I need to wait to get the first animals in here before I can have a herder. Irrigator is the last settler that comes here, and this one is going to moisturize those fields when the next drought hits, so we can still produce some food there. So far so good. We are stabilizing the settlement there, and then we could focus on some research and expeditions. Stay tuned.